And that's why we don't have a recording for the dash and answer video. No, not much on my end. We'll keep you posted. Morning, sir. You wanted to see me? Greetings, my little moneymaker. How have you been? Well, I'm fine. I've finally managed to beat Ashura's wrath. Due to circumstances beyond our control, we're going to have to speed up the process, okay? Okay, good. Now, I was promised a dragon, but I feel like we have to work on the other prominent character in Danny Phantom Episode 2, Paulina Sanchez. I was really looking forward to redesigning her. I'm glad you are, because I did a little survey. And survey says, shallow, spoiled, and cruel. Self-absorbed and pushy. The first time I saw her, she was pretty, but she had attitude. She seems very bossy. That's not how I remember Paulina. I mean, yeah, but it's not all negative. Another one is, I feel like she puts on an act when she's around her friends. When she's on her own, she's not as bad. So I want you to incorporate all of these points into the designs. Well, we did do a survey, so you gotta use it. As usual, you can add your own input to some of the redesigns. Okay? Great, sir. I expect it ready by... Good day. I hope you managed to bring some spice to our favorite Latina mean girl. I don't know about favorites or mean, but alright. I took the results of the survey into account, gathered a few references. Telemundo or Televisa? Mostly Televisa. Some might feel more familiar, others less so. It's a mix. Anyway, I made this design based on the feedback and added some flair inspired by telenovela actresses. Let's see them. Behold! Oh my, these are incredible. Thanks. Like I said, they are all still Paulina, just with some tweaks and emphasizing different aspects of her personality. The idea is to explore different interpretations while keeping her essence intact. I mean, if it were up to me, I'd go with C. She has the Chloe Bourgeois style. I mean, that's what the audience seem to like about Paulina. The snarky, the mean. Alright, let's put it out there and see what sticks. And voila! Looks like it's A, D, F, and H that we're going with. Okay? Yep. And we got a few comments. Those are great. Even though I like A and B, I'll have to give it to H. H definitely gives high school vibes. I mean, I can see that. Between options B and H, I would go with H. It just screams 2000s to me. Oh yeah, by the way, what's the timeline of events we are giving to this reimagining? Anachronistic. For now anyway. H is definitely my favorite, because it gives popular girl vibes, but still kind of fancy. Oh, this is a lengthy one. Here it goes. A and D are the best. D for more everyday attire of the hypothetical episodes, and A for the stereotypical moments of a seductive rivalry of the two romantic interests. The only thing missing is Valerie's design for the romantic square. Yeah, Valerie. Too soon? Say that for her episode. I beg your pardon? Nothing. Good. Anyway, it's time for the next round of designs. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty surprised that the more traditional looking designs didn't land as well as I thought they would. Oh, people like them. You can definitely use them to inform and refine the next round of designs. I'll combine a few elements and retool the concepts. Got it. Good. Now let's reconvene here tomorrow. Oh my, you're late today. Sorry, sir. I just had the wildest sessions. No, I mean, yes, but not like that. Just let me show you. Oh, these? Yeah. So check this out. After rewatching the show, that episode in particular, I realized that there's a lot to Paulina. Assuming we're going with the regular show style of episodic storytelling, I think we might flash out more our version of Paulina. Okay, why don't you? Hey, let's get started. A is venomous. She's a quintessential mean girl, and I base her design on Cara Savella. Excuse me, I'm going to butcher a lot of names right now, so forgive me. Venomous. Why? Well, aside from her vile attitude, I tried to get her hair to resemble that of a hood of a cobra, something more dangerous but alluring. Features were leaning more into that vibe and also gave her more predatory elegance, more mean girl energy overall. B, or Two-Face. This look was initially based on Alison Debes. I later used Gabriela Montez from High School Musical as the inspiration for the next stage of the character. I thought she was originally the girl next door design, you know, the GND. It was, but after seeing all the 2000s comments, I went digging back into teen celebrities from that era, and then someone who looked both sweet and welcoming but would still crush you in an instant. And that led you to Gabriella? Not immediately. My first thought was Miley Cyrus. You know, because of the whole thing where Disney actresses tried to move away from their more child-friendly image and the brand that Disney gave them. Yes. Then I remembered Sucker Punch, and I realized that Vanessa Hudgens also plays Gabriela Montez, but Hudgens is Filipino. But she acted as a Latina in High School Musical, and so many people associate her with that identity. For our purposes, we're just using her as a solid base for this design. Fair enough. What about C? C is urban. She's more into dancing and fitness. I kept most of her on chain, but added a few more definitions. How so? I was aiming for more Honey Daniels look. You know, Jessica Alba. We're sticking to a 2000s vibe, but I had to tone down the Honey Daniels influence and let the Paulina shine through. That's when I found an image of Ariana Greenblatt, which I used as the template for her face. The pants and sneakers came from work I did on a visualizer for a female artist that I did a while back, and I just repurposed them. And the top was mostly with kind courtesy of Emilia Menes. And D is more of a diva. She's toxic, unapologetically bold, and the baddest bee. I based her basically on Ruby Matthews from Sex Ed. Oh, well, okay. It's actually kind of like a residue from when I was trying to loosely reimagine the Sex Ed cast as the infantile characters. Her characters' traits from Sex Ed sort of aligned well with Paulina. I mean, initially. So salty about the ending though. And yeah, that's it. I was expecting, you know, let's just take this to the polls. I'm pretty sure it's obvious who you think should go to the final round. Well, yeah, I like all the designs. Some more thoughts been to them. Others were more like simple execution of a concept. Sure. And A and D are going to the next round. Cool. Look at the audience. These designs resonated more with them. No, I get it. I'll just refocus on getting the Paulina traits more accurate next time. The thoughts behind the others are great, but people like what they like. Majority carries the vote. Exactly. Now let's address some of these comments. While considering Paulina's character and she's a bit of a spoiled teenage brat in the show, I think A is more suitable in this case. A has that mean girl aura. I'm sorry, aura? Yeah. But I believe this comment breaks it down even further. A woman overflowing with confidence who gives out poisonous compliments and pleasant sarcasm. B, it would be more playful when Danny started playing. C, she's more of a cool girl but put on a pedestal by nerds. And D, I don't know about other countries, but in mine, anyone who has nails that long is usually foul-mouthed and uncultured in anything. Good. Now keep the same energy and get me something for round 2. Got it. Can you do that? I'll try. Do or do not. There is no try. I'll do. Good. Now that we're here, it's the last round. Are you ready? Yeah. I actually had an epiphany about the Paulina thing last night. Oh. So for the final round, I incorporated the palettes from the last designs and made a few tweaks to the final 2. I sort of realized that the designs are important, but they are more just the packaging. They set the stage for deeper analysis. So no matter what happens, these reimaginings will only enhance Paulina's character. Nice perspective. Yeah, I see. So it's up to the people now. And the winner is...
Hi, Oh!
Please don't say you've suddenly fallen for me. That line is so last semester.
Yeah, I mean, no. That's not it. I'm Danny.
A gentleman usually tips his hat, but I'll give you points for originality.
Kudos, Danny. You just set an all-time speed record for drowning in the shallow end of the gene pool.
Oh no, you did not just call me shallow, did you?
If you mean, do I think I could stand in a puddle full of you and not get my feet wet? Then yeah.
Shallow? I'm not shallow. On the other hand, I'm not so deep that I couldn't lure a boy away from a goth geek. And I will.
That's satisfying. This didn't take as long as I expected to. My reason being that the diva I was picked is based off mimicking So I just took a lot of screenshots of Mimikini and then just tried to get her mannerisms down, and I came up with a sort of template for how Paulina's face should look like in different angles. Granted, I didn't stick to that template long enough, but it helped and made everything like smooth over. So boss, what do you think about Paulina as a character though? Personally, I don't think she's inherently vile. Sure, if your name is Sam Manson, you probably be on the receiving end of her West Venom, and I'm not really a huge fan of how that rivalry plays out, but calling Paulina shallow, that's kind of rich coming from Sam. That being said, Paulina's response wasn't exactly mature either. It's petty teen drama at its finest. The exacta. Paulina's self-absorbed, sure, but she is a teenager. Characters grow, but it's part of what makes her dynamic more interesting, you know? Okay, so you think of her as a foil to Sam? Oh, I love it. In a way, Paulina feels like the anti-Sam, or more accurately, the Sam her parents want her to be. Although the show version of Paulina isn't as wealthy as Sam, Paulina flaunts her wealth, wears bright colors, rocks long nails, and has her natural hair. Yes, I am of the belief that Sam is either a natural blonde or a redhead. I'm sure she's a blonde.
What?
But anyway, she's flashy, she's vibrant, and very put together. In a way, she screams social expectations, sort of the opposite of Sam's darker, edgier vibe. I mean, on the color wheel, pink and violet aren't far apart, but Sam's palette is more cold and dark compared to Paulina's warmer, more saturated tones. Honestly, because of how our process is, it's kind of a happy accident they ended up contrasting so well. If I was to use an analogy, Sam is the vanilla, where Paulina is the strawberry of this show. Would that make Valerie chocolate? If that's so, we're building on this whole ice cream metaphor, who would be the fourth flavor? In my opinion, I do believe we're getting ahead of ourselves here. True, is kind of early for that. I want to ruminate on that idea a little bit more. Alrighty, upload the files to the drive, get some rest. You still owe me a dragon. Thank you all for watching. Honestly, it's been a while. It's been quite a year, and boy, I honestly didn't think I'd make it this far. I mean, I got 1K here and I've got 10K on Instagram. Thank you all. I'm very happy I'm able to do this. All images are up on my socials, and the animation will also be live on my social. I'm still not used to all this, so I'm kind of working out the kinks. Next will be Dorentia, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, leave a comment if you like this format or not, and all critiques are welcome so that I can improve. Anyways, TTFN, tata for now.